Hello, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play with Scrap Rabbit. We're getting right back into Dragonfall this time. I'm hoping that this time there'll be a little bit more action. I know I said that last time, but I don't know. I'm also hoping for a little bit more exposition. We got a little bit of that last time. A little bit more exploring the world, a little bit more understanding. At least I felt that way. I don't know what you thought. We'll see. Anyways, let's continue. Get right in here. Alright. Now, we were trying to reset 3 routers, data taps checked, and I have one last one to check. And something tells me it is over. Ooh, a cyber clinic. I could go there for cybernetics if I had the money. But if you remember last time, I spent all my new yen on a gun and some armor. I don't regret that choice at all. As you're resetting the data tab, you notice that someone has duct taped a small homemade receiver to the system. Near plug dangles from the receiver. The receiver in your ear. The sound of heavy machinery makes it difficult to hear the words that are being spoken. For a moment, you find you can make out 2 distinct voices: a nasal woman who sounds like a heavy smoker, and a man who speaks in a high-pitched, breathy tone. Just heard Monica. Need to verify. Good for us. Continue listening. A sound like a conveyor belt. Okay, I thought that was like a dude walking up. Starting adds to the noise of machinery, and you can't make out anything else until it comes to a stop a minute later. I think our next step... Wait, isn't ready to make a move yet. To be patient. See who steps up. Could be someone more. More conveyor belts start up. All you can hear is the sound of machinery. Some sort of motorized vehicle starts up, drowning out everything else. A bell rings loudly, again and again. It sounds like a telephone. You hear the sound of a door slamming shut, and the noise of machinery is suddenly muffled. There's a rattle of plastic, and the ringing stops. The nasally woman's voice can be heard again in the sing-song voice. Guten Tag, how may I help you? Silence. Her tone changes, becomes more businesslike. I heard. Yes, he knows. I told him it wasn't time to make a move yet. What do you think I am, an idiot? The council needs to meet again. I know, getting everyone in the same room is challenging. Getting them to agree on a course of action is going to be even more challenging. From my perspective, the Bazaar is only stable because of her. If she really is out of the way, well, we'll see, won't we? Yeah, I know. What can I say? Things go slow in the flux sometimes. Who is this woman? You hear the sound of a door opening again, and the cacophony of machinery fills the line. You can't make out anything more. And meet one of my cats. I am recording. Get away, please. Thank you. That was my cat, Teddy. He's the loud one. The only thing left for me to do is explore the subway, which I don't want to do. I just reset the routers, so I am heading back and telling him that his trifle is done. Talk. I'm talking to you. Altog smiles at you from behind the counter. Welcome back, honored Effendim. How may I serve you? I finished with your little trifle. Burakazi. Gazi. Gazi. Ah, very good. I assume you had no difficulties? Should I tell him? So the taps are a public service, is that it? It is the least I can do to give back to our little community. But with a minor effort from me, all Nicrit's Bazaar may enjoy free access to the Matrix and high-speed communications. All for the greater good, eh? How noble. Berlin could use more people like you. Thank you for saying so. I trust there were no difficulties? Sure, I'll let him know. He laughs. Of course they were. I would be surprised if they weren't. This is Berlin, after all. In the flux, everyone spies. If you do not spy, how will you know who is in power and who will be in power next? If you are to stay here, Evanheim, you must get used to it. Who enters the Turkish bath will sweat, as my uncle Tadamar always says. Nevertheless, I shall have one of my people look into it. Wait, there's more. I listened in on tap and heard something. Might be important. He eyes you closely, amused. Oh, tell me, O listener at keyholes, what did you hear on the surveillance tape you found? Couldn't make out much. There's a woman, high-pitched man. You seem pleased Monica was out of the picture. Turk's face falls. News travels fast in Berlin. Those two are known to me. Is there more? The woman got a call. She talked about a council meeting tonight to decide if they should make a move. Then she was drowned out by heavy machinery. He nods grimly. Most excellent. It is indeed fortuitous that you discovered this information, though it is not unexpected. I'll have one of my people attend this council meeting and report back. I'm very interested in this, so let me know what happens. With that out of the way, let us return to our pressing business. He barks a stream of rapid-fire Turkish, and the gum-chewing young woman comes hurrying out to the counter. The menu for Amsel, Uncle? Kami hands you a folded piece of paper. Inside is a memory stick. Please extend my consolations to him. The death of Fraulein Schaffer must have hit him hard. Ragazzi gives Kami a small nod, and she hurries out of the room. When she is gone, he returns his attention to you. Please express my condolences as well. I only just heard the news. Monica was an important part of this community. He frowns. Few know how important. I can't shake the feeling that he's part of this. Again with the coughing, I am so sorry. The memory stick Kami just handed you should contain all the information Air Amsel requires for our chief in the field, for our chef in the field. Chef. Should you require my services in the future, you know where to find me. Until then, good day. Can't shake that he's part of this. Till then, we'll just see. Oh, what's this? Dietrich. Scrap Rabbit. Emerson peers at you apprehensively. His eyes are bloodshot, his expression grim. Did you get the information about Green Winters? Yes, I spoke to Altog. He gave me this memory stick. Let us see what his agent has to say. Ansel snatches the memory stick from your hand and slots it into his computer terminal. He navigates a series of command line menus, and a wall of amber text floods the screen. Ansel scans it, mouthing words as his eyes flit back and forth. Burgazi's agent tailed Green Winters to a hotel, a cesspool of a keys called Dragonfall. The hotel is called Das Kesselhaus. It is a renovated factory nestled deep in the heart of Dragonfall. It appears that Winters is holed up there. Recently there was some contention between two gangs over control of the neighborhood. Due to the gang violence, the agent refused to follow Winters inside the hotel, but he confirms that he is still inside. Well, what are we waiting for? Eager slings her rifle over her shoulder with a single spare motion. Grow up, people. We have a hotel to raid. Gloria and Dietrich pause, exchanging looks with Paul. Just a moment, Eager. Amsel raises from his chair, trying himself to full height. Even so, he has to crane his neck to look her in the eye. You are an excellent soldier, and nobody questions your competence in the field. Your loyalty to this team is equally commendable. That said, we believe that Scrap Rabbit is the right choice to lead the team. There's a long pause before Eager speaks. When she does, her voice comes out dull and flat. What? Oh, this is beautiful. Don't mistake this decision for a reprimand. Monica considered your contributions to the team to be invaluable. But we all know that she wasn't comfortable putting a soldier in charge. Eager speaks through clenched teeth. Her words are measured, but her expression is limited. This is unbelievable. You want to put the rookie in charge? Again? She shakes her head. Don't you people learn from your mistakes? Scrap Rabbit is the reason we're still alive, Eager. She kept us together. She let us out of there in one piece, making her your number one girl. She sounds tired, resigned, but above all, disappointed. This is more of your flux state idiocy at work, isn't it? Dietrich reaches out, puts a hand on her shoulder. It's what Monica believed in. Eager's voice tightens. For a moment, her control slips and her face contours in grief. Yeah, and look where that got her. She straightens to full height. I'll give you a piece of advice. In the field, only two things matter. The mission and survival. Everything else is a distraction. Your ridiculous politics have no place on the Shadowrun. Dietrich manages a smile. What can I say? We're German. We have a history of strong political views. I love this game. Eager sighs. A tone of resignation returns to her voice. Screw it. Let's put an end to this. I've got the skills and experience to lead this team. Scrap Rabbit, on the other hand, was appointed by Monica as a joke. If you'd rather take the lead, I'll abide by that. But I want to hear each of you say it. I have no quarrel with you, Eager. Do as the group wishes. You stay out of this. She stabs an armored finger to your chest. Hard. The moment she raises her hand to you, Dante's ears lay back and lets out a low growl. Reflexively, she takes a half step back. I think we've heard what Dante has to say. As for my part, Scrap Rabbit saved their lives back there. You may not believe it, but she did. The way I see it, that means I follow her lead for a while. Gloria's voice is uncharacteristically gentle. I trust in Monica's judgment. Therefore, I trust in Scrap Rabbit's judgment. The discussion is finished, Eager. Iger! Amsel speaks softly, but his tone is firm. Scrap Rabbit will take Monica's place as leader of this team. I'll do whatever it takes to keep this team and Monica's legacy alive. That includes taking your advice, Iger. Iger gives a small nod. That's big of you. She looks from Dietrich to Glory to Ansel, finally down at Dante. Then she sighs. I don't agree with this decision, but I will respect it. She nods again, more decisively this time. Scrap Rabbit takes the lead then. Conversation closed. Finally! It's time to move on. We need to focus on chasing down the Rangers. Indeed, I've transferred the information that we received from Ultok to the computer terminal in the next room. It used to be Monica's personal workstation, Scrap Rabbit. Now it's yours. Monica kept a variety of notes and dossiers on that machine. I would suggest reviewing her notes when you have the time. Ansel turns his attention away from you, back to his computer screen. Good hunting. I will eagerly await your return. I wouldn't suggest driving to Dragonfall. The roads aren't safe. Taking the U-bomb will be faster anyway. Thanks for the tip, Iger. The U-bomb it is. Iger nods, then turns to check her equipment. The rest of the group disperse in turn. You are now in command of a team of Shadowrunners. When traveling to a new mission location, you'll be able to choose which members of your team to bring and modify their loadout for them. When members of your team become permanently incapacitated on a mission, they'll be automatically extracted for emergency medical care. They will be patched up and ready for action the next time you return to your safe house. Avoid this loss of firepower by always carrying some trauma kits into the field. These can be purchased at the Street Doc's office in the Bazaar. Whew. You got anything more to say? Okay, so computer workstations, motion computer, the command center of the team's operations, and your last thing in memory of Monica Shover. Her thoughts and words live on the machine. At times, it's easy for them to forget that she's gone. The blue tones of the workstation, the main menu, fill the screen with blank message. Notifies you that you have 0 unread messages. Read all the messages. Flickers to life, and Monica's face appears, her hands are on her hips, and she's wearing a wry smile. Hey, so if you're reading this, that means I've either died or stepped down. Hopefully the latter, but probably the former. Not many Shadowrunners make it to retirement age. In any case, I'm sure that you'll do a fine job in the role if you need anything. Talk to Paul, he's a good man, and he knows how important it is to me that you take my place. One last thing, Ace. Iger might cause you some problems. In fact, I think it's a fair bet she already has. Just remember, she brings something to the team that nobody else does. You'll want her on your side. My advice to you is this. Hold your own with her. If she pushes you, pushes back. Don't try to butter her up with flattery. She'll see right through it. Most of all, do what you can to earn her respect. She'll never be satisfied following you if you don't give her a better reason than because Monica said so. I have faith in you, Ace. It's up to you to justify that faith. She half turns away from the counter, then returns her attention to you. The image is uncannily lifelike. Oh, and by the way, Ace, if you botch this, I'm coming back and haunting your ass. I mean that. I like that. Won't mess around with the team's personal files all that much. could be interesting a little bit, but not in this one. Enough exposition in this run. Jobs directory. Jobs root. Walk away. Okay. One last thing before the run is I have got to visit the dock. See if I have enough money for a trauma kit. As you approach the elf, you notice that he's in mid-conversation. His lips move rapidly, but his voice comes out in a low, quiet tone. The glossy plastic shell of a high-grade comlink glints on his wrist. Listen in on the conversation. Doing your best to look uninterested, you lean in slightly and strain your ears. You find that you can make out the doctor's end of the conversation. No. The price I'm quoting you is more than fair. Well below market value, in fact. If you can't pay it, that's your problem. Yes, I know that the price has gone up. This is a seller's market. Well then, you'll just have to find the money or go without. I'm sorry, but I have to go. I have a patient. He presses a button on his comlink and looks up at you, $1 million smile on his face. Sorry about the wait, my friend. Welcome to the Triage Cyber Clinic. I'm Dr. Xavier Ezekiel. What is your name? Scrap Rabbit. Pleasure. Pleased to meet you, Scrap Rabbit. What can I do for you today? I need medical supplies. And I do not have the money at all. Jesus. Well. YOLO. Oh. I should have taken that face. I really should have. To Dusk Castle House Hotel and search for Green Winters. The Drug Pit. Das Kesselhaus Hotel and Nightclub. Crown jewel of Dragonkippe. The filthiest Kreis in Berlin. Keys. Opening the door to the ground level dance club is like bashing your head onto a wall of sound. Flashing lights stab your eyes and the air is perfumed with cheap synthahol and engine grease. Everything in here is cranked up to 11. A playground for the numb. Green Winters is somewhere in this building. You steel yourself for the sensory assault and step inside. The team makes a quick check of their weapons and follows you into Das Kesselhaus. Okay. Yeah, I got no. Dietrich. This has a shotgun and a sniper rifle. Not a bad loadout. Not a bad loadout at all. Gloria. And me. Alright. Game is auto-saved. Good, because I am probably... Bouncer. Bounce, talk, troll working the door might be the shortest you've ever seen, and the thickest. Despite the pounding music and the writhing bodies, his face is buried in a comic book. He looks up, gives you a cursory once-over and sighs. Welcome to Dust Castle House, now under new management. Again, there's no cover, just go in and get your fix. That's Corner at the bar over there. He'll take care of you. He bears his nose back in the comic book while tapping a meaty thumb on the black plastic slung from his belt, a high-power stun gun. Just play nice, or you'll meet Air Zap. Have fun. Trying to find a friend. And I'm trying to read this. His voice slows to a crawl and he makes a point of enunciating a word. After each word, I point people to the bar. If someone starts trouble, I give them a taste of Air Zap. That's it. That's all I do. Okay. Music out on the floor is too loud for comfort. The scene going down at the bar is even louder. The dealer on duty stands impassively behind the bar. A desperate-looking young woman is pleading with him, apparently to little effect. Alright, Silk, I'm going to explain how this works to you one more time. I get my cash, you get your cram. No cash, no cram. Period. But I need it, Corner. Come on! Her words come out in a desperate whine. Pale skin, shrunken eyes, trembling lip all point to the early symptoms of withdrawal. And I have cash. I totally do. It's up in my room, but you guys won't let me up there to get it. Hotel's in new management, beautiful. You don't have a room anymore. Whatever's up there, you might as well forget about. But that was all I had, and I have to get right. Soon. Well, maybe we could work out a trade. Cram for services. Services? Understanding slowly shows in the young woman's eyes. Face goes wide. Come on, Corner. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Do you want the cram or not? Oh, I want to blow this guy's brains out so bad. She sets her jaw, looking disgust in her pallid face. Ain't gonna happen, chummer. Not now, not ever. Bartender shrugs. I give you about a half an hour before the shakes set in. When that happens, you know where to find me. He turns to another customer with a smirk, leaving the desperate young woman crumpled against the bar. Oh. I may blow his fucking head off. It's been going on for about half an hour. Alright. My apologies. Alright, that's gonna call it for here, but clearly things are going down and are about to really go down in Dust Castle House. Including possibly blowing this guy's head off. I don't know yet. If that's an option, I might just take it. But we'll see next time. As always, have a wonderful evening.